Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach
So-
is not available. At the tone, please record your message.
I
When
don't-
you have finished recording, you may hang up.
So I don't have to click drop voicemail because I've already dropped the voicemail. Okay. So y'all don't have to click drop voicemail. The automation will automatically do that now that we did the drip campaign. Okay. That's why I like doing drip campaign first before I dial the lead, because I got to put them into leads anyways. So you might as well do that first. Now, when you're on this screen, obviously I didn't talk to her. So what I would do is I would go back and call the next phone number on that record. Okay. So I will go here, call next number. My bad, hold up. Let's go, seller unavailable. Now I'm gonna call the next number on Jessica's record because she might answer the next one. And what I do is I typically call the first two numbers. If I don't get an answer, I call the next property. I don't sit around calling all the mobile numbers. So let's call the next one. Jose Negrete. So let's go ahead and choose a number. And while I'm calling, I can move to lead just like this.
Bueno,
Hello, is this Jose?
yes,
Hey, Jose, this is Tevin with Flipping Detroit. How are you?
I'm good.
Good, good. I just wanted to give you a call. I was reaching out about your property, 1850 Beecher Street.
The house no es for sale.
Okay, so you wouldn't sell it for cash for the right price?
No,
Okay, you have a tenant in there paying rent or you live there?
no for sale.
Okay, so you wouldn't take a cash price. You don't have a price in mind. So he doesn't want to sell it. Now, mind you, if I spoke Spanish, we'd be having a full-blown conversation. He just doesn't want to talk to me because I don't speak Spanish, which is fair. That's why we need people on our team that speak Spanish. It would have been a slam dunk. But if he would have been someone from Detroit, that would have been a phenomenal conversation. So this would be one that I would mark here, Spanish speaker to follow up. And I still want to obviously convert it to the lead, which I've already done. You can see it's already a lead. So I would put Spanish speaker to follow up. I did speak with the seller. So he says not interested, but I want to do not interested. I will go ahead and schedule a follow-up call just for tomorrow if we had like a Spanish speaker, just so everyone can see it in the system. Let's go ahead and click next property. Select number to rotate between. Wonder why it's popping up with that every time. I'll need to look into that. I don't want it doing that every time. So kept ringing, call next number. So I'll call twice and get on to the next property. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this just so I can send this to support. I don't want that doing it every freaking time. Sunny, it doesn't do that on the auto dialer, right? Trisha, anybody?
Kevin, your voice is too low. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine, brother. Everybody can hear me fine. I'm not sure what you mean by my voice is too low. Don't worry about it. Trisha, can you tell me if on the auto dialer, it does that all the time?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, great. That's what I figured. So I'll look into why the manual dialer does that and then let y'all know. In the meantime, just select a number. You could select the first one just for the sake of time. So let's go ahead and click call here. Move to lead. This one doesn't have another number. If it doesn't have another number, it won't let you call next number. Do is I'm gonna call until I get a solid conversation. You're aiming for 4 to 5 decent ones a day. So you don't gotta wait until voicemail. What you're gonna wanna do is if they don't answer 3 to 4 rings, hang up because they already got the voicemail drop. So you're trying to get through 100 dials as fast as possible. No need to sit around waiting for all the rings. That's just milking time and milking hours. I know a lot of you guys do that because you say, oh, dropping the voicemail is good. Well, that's what ringless voicemail's for. So I don't want any of you guys waiting 45 seconds until voicemail. Yusuf and all you others that do that. I want you hanging up after 3 rings and on to the next phone call. And dial 2 phone numbers per record if there is 2 phone numbers. And then on to the next one. That's how you can be the most efficient. Let's go, let's call. I don't know if this is lunchtime and people don't want to answer. Invalid. Let's see. Let's go to the next one. Actually, this is California, so let's call it. Well, I did not add this to lead, so I'll click it right here, convert to lead. You could also do it from the disposition screen. And I can see if you guys are converting it. Like Sunny maybe converted like barely any yesterday. So you guys need to always add the drip campaign because I can see that. Let's go call next property. Trish is very good at adding her drip campaigns. That's why she has sales from her drip campaigns months later after the fact. We'll continue. And I'm going to call until I get an answer before I go to the next part. Once I call the active leads, we're going to get answers constantly because those people have already answered the phone. But I want to get a list stack in because you have to do 100 of these a week. Very simple KPI, 100 list stack dials a week. Our offshores people, they have to do it all day long during their shift.
Morning, sir.
Hey, good morning. This is Tevin with Flipping Detroit. How are you?
Can you ask the speaker, please, kindly?
Yeah, sure. Give me 1 minute.
Sure.
Me better now? You can't hear me? I'm not sure why I have an echo. Maybe it's the office that I'm in. Do I have a lot of echo?
No, sir.
Let me see if I can do this and have the mic go through my ears, but the audio go through my computer. 1 minute. That was an Arabic guy. So I want one of my Arabic callers to call this guy back. He said to call him back. So I'm gonna put this in George's hands. George to call back. You speak Arabic, right, George? Any Arabic,
That's a sure thing. Yeah.
any Arabic speaker to call back. So I'm gonna go ahead and schedule this. Did I convert to lead? No, I did not. So let me convert this to lead. Because this is a good lead. He's a property management company. So he owns a lot of houses and he's Arabic. I could tell by his voice. Let's go here. I'm going to put the Arabic. So if you ever get an Arabic caller or you get a Spanish caller, put the tag here. That way we can easily go and filter by who they are. So I should have put Spanish on the last guy, but I'll go back and do that. So let's save lead. So we're going to call this guy back. And then I'm going to figure out how I can get the speaker to come through. So 1 minute. Sound. Okay, say something.
Hello.
1 minute. Select the microphone, select the speaker. Okay, say something.
Hello, hello. Test 2.
Perfect. Perfect. So what I'll do is I'll mute myself when they're talking. That way they can't hear the backflow, and that should solve it. But I have the mic going through my ears. That way people can hear me better. Excuse me. All right. So I'm gonna make a couple more dials. I just want to have one solid conversation. Normally I get lucky and the first call is a great call, but that's not realistic. I know in the past it's been like, how does Tevin get this lucky? We never get this lucky. I don't know. I don't know why that happened, but it's never that easy. You got to put at least an hour or two to get some decent conversations. If it was easy, everyone would do it. So let's call next property. And if you hit it first thing in the morning, that's the best time of the day to dial. And then in the evenings when they get off of work. Now is lunchtime. People are enjoying their lunch. So 3 rings, no answer. I should have already had the convert to lead finished. It'll get to the point where it's like automatic. Before you know it, you just activated 100 drip campaigns. For the next 12 months, they'll be getting a text from you. So you're setting, real estate is all about your pipeline. If you have no pipeline, you'll make no money in this business. If you have a pipeline of text messages going out for the next who knows how long, you will definitely sell stuff. All right, I'm gonna make like 5 more and then I'm switching to active leads just because it's lunchtime and I'm not getting a lot of answers. So I'm gonna go to active leads and get some answers for the sake of trading. So let's go ahead and click here, convert to lead. I don't waste it. I always want to convert to lead. You never know who's gonna text back. They might say, oh, sorry, I was at lunch, or hey, call me back this evening. Remember, they're gonna get that voicemail dropped into their phone. So they're going to be at lunch or they're going to be at their desk and they're going to get a new voicemail in their voicemail box. 9 times out of 10, they listen to their voicemails. On next property. So we got 4 more, and then I'm switching. Hey, Mohammed, this is Tevin with Flipping Detroit. How are you, sir? Doing well. Hey, I was just reaching out regarding your property on Warren Avenue, 17010. So you may have seen me online flipping Detroit. I just wanted to give you a call and see if that house was for sale by chance. Oh, okay. Well, let me ask you this, Mohammed, while I got you on the line. I have a I have a property in the Parkland area just outside of Dearborn Heights. I'm looking for 35,000. Could I send it over your way and maybe you can Okay. You're familiar with Parkland, right? Parkland Street. Yeah, just outside of Dearborn Heights, Redford. Yeah, it's technically exactly, yes. Technically it's Detroit, but the mail still shows up as Redford. You know how that exactly, yeah. So I'm sending you the address now. Um, it's clear to close already. No, no, off market, sir. So I just sent it your way. Just let me know if you're interested. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I can meet you over there and show you the place. The seller's been fighting cancer for a while, so she just needs to sell it. It's a vacant property. If you look at the block, the whole block is gorgeous, man. It's all brick. So I sent it over to you. Let me know what you think, okay? You should have it already in your phone. We'll talk soon, Mohammed. Bye-bye. So in this situation, I never want to have him feel.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we didn't hear the call with you. I think because you connected the headphones.
No, you didn't hear. What do you mean? It was coming through the speaker.
I didn't hear it. Did anybody hear it?
We couldn't
call,
hear
Mohammed?
we couldn't hear the
Mohammed.
caller. Hear you.
Yeah, we couldn't, because Zoom was defaulting to your AirPods, and because you're not using like the audio output into the headphones, we didn't hear it. We heard
You
some
did.
echo, but we didn't hear the whole call.
We heard you, but not him.
Yep.
That doesn't make any sense because I heard him through my computer, not my headset. So that's weird.
Yeah, and your headset didn't pick the computer audio.
Yeah, no, it didn't because I changed it to be through okay. That's freaking weird. Well, I'm putting these things up, so
Do it
that
through
idea
Zoom.
didn't work. So
Like-
y'all didn't hear y'all didn't hear the ringer?
Nope. No, sadly.
Okay. That's weird as shit. All right. Well, that call went great, guys. So I'm gonna play it back so you can hear it. Everything's recorded. So I told you, if you just put your head down and dial, you will have good conversations. This guy is an Arabic guy. So now I need one of my Arabic guys to send him the Tireman photos. As soon as I mentioned that, his whole tone changed. You're gonna hear it now. I'm gonna play the audio. So in this case, let's go ahead and do schedule a call. and we'll just schedule a follow-up for tomorrow to check in with him. So I'm gonna go ahead and exit the dialer now and switch over to active leads. So this is good stuff here. It's real good stuff. So I'm gonna go over here now. And we're gonna play that recording. He said, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. All right, so let's go here. So you can see your message content was flagged as going against our carrier guidelines. So I've been noticing that some carrier, not everybody, but sometimes it's been blocking it. So I need to figure out what in this message is getting it blocked. It might be the social links. Some carriers might not like that. So I'll test that out. But let me see. I thought I texted him as well, so it might only be inside of list stack view. Let me see. Oh no, that's not him. That's not him. Hang on. Let me find that seller.